Hello guys, my name is Ngosekai Mesele and I'm gonna show you how I did my task one for programming. Let's go to my form design first. Okay, here are how my design looks. I hope it's clear and straightforward. Here I have a list box for two cities, and I have two list box and another two list box for comparison between two cities. I have a button process and a clear button and an exit button. If we double click on process button, you're gonna see I have four methods. Like I have weather info 2, city comparison, and city comparison 2. I call them on the button process. Okay, let's go to here. This is weather info. This method displays all the information that the user has entered. I've declared a string str city, and then I equaled it to combo city, and then when the user stores information on combo city, is gonna be stored inside str city, same as str date, str mean temperature, and so forth. And then if the user enters a city, and then enters a date, minimum temperature max, it's gonna display this information here. You can see. And then I added dots on the end of each city so that I can be able to capture this information. And then if the city ends with the dot, it's going to display this information. I hope it's clear. And then if else the user didn't choose a city, it's going to generate this information automatically. It's going to generate the minimum temperature, the maximum temperature, humidity, automatically, randomly. And then it's gonna add next slide. Sorry for my fever, I can't help it. Weather info 2 is basically the same thing as weather info that is above. I declared str city 2, and then I equaled it to combo box city 2, which is when a user stores information on combo box city 2 is gonna be stored inside str city 2, which is basically the same thing. If the user chooses a city, it's gonna display this information. If the user didn't choose a city and then pressed process, it's gonna display this information. It's gonna generate random numbers. It's gonna do it automatically. And then here I have city comparison. I created this method to compare between two cities that the user has entered. I've declared str city compare, which is I equaled it to combo city, which is when the user enters information on combo city is gonna be stored inside str city compare. And then I'm gonna use the data to display the information here on this inside this if statement. And then else, if the user hasn't chosen a city, is going to display this information automatically, and it's going to display random numbers for the user. And then I have the the lowest minimum temperature, which is what I did here. I used the for each, and then if the random number is bigger than the max, that means the max is the random numbers. That means the max 2 is equal to the random number, which is gonna be my maximum number. And then else, if the random number is less than mean, that means the mean is the minimum number, is the less number, which is equals to the random number. Okay, this is basically the same thing as city comparison that is above. I declared str city compare 2, which is equal to combo city 2, and then I used that information that data to store this information here for the user. And then I have the minimum and then the maximum temperature. Same thing as what I explained on comparison city. Okay, I have the daytime picker here. Here I said how my format should look like. Here, and then it's gonna show the checkbox which is equal to true, and then show down show up down which is equal to true. And then let's go to my class assist. My class, I declared arrays here for dBl, low temperature, high temperature, precipitation, humidity, and wind speed. And then I did set and guess method for these arrays, as you can see here, and then I return them. Okay, let's go to my form. Oh, I didn't explain the combo box. Here I have combo box CT, daytime picker for weather, minimum temperature, maximum temperature, humidity, wind speed, and precipitation. I made them all combo box except for the daytime picker, same as this side, which is gonna help me store data for the user. Okay, let's try run the project if I explain everything. Yeah, I did explain everything. Okay, when you first press process, is gonna display information for the user automatically. Let's try. As you can see here, it displayed the information for the user automatically, and then here I use this common box for the comparison between these two cities, which is this. And then I had my lowest minimum temperature, the highest maximum temperature, as same as this side. Hope it's clear. And then I have a clear button, which is I used to clear every data that the user has stored. And then if you choose here a city, which is like, let's say now we use Cape Town, let's say Durban, and then let's choose Johannesburg, and then let's choose data. Let's choose the minimum temperature, let's say it's 11, maximum temperature 40. Oh wow. Humidity 80, wind speed 80, precipitation let's say 40, and then let's choose for this one as well. Okay, let's choose a different value because I did choose 11. Let's say 20. I'm just gonna choose random numbers. Okay, let's try run it. As you can see, it's here the data that the user has selected. Then I have my lowest minimum temperature, highest maximum temperature, as well as here I have all the information that the user has stored. And then if you want to choose a different city, it's gonna be written under each combo box. And then let's say Port Elizabeth this time, and then let's say Cape Town. I'm not gonna change the numbers because it's gonna waste time, because it's the same, basically the same thing. And then if you click run process, and then it's gonna store under each combo box. This is the information that the user has entered. I can choose different numbers if that's gonna please you. Okay. Say 90. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's click process. And then it's gonna display under each combo box. As you can see here, the information that I chose, the data that I chose as the user. As you can see here. And then I'm gonna clear everything. Oh, I didn't explain the clear button, how I did it. I'm gonna do it now. Okay, sorry for that. on the clear button, I created a method which I called on the button clear. Here's the method. I hope it's clear. I equaled like the combo city, which is like to an empty string, and then same as combo box minimum temperature, and then I cleared the list box, and then I cleared it, and then for the button exit, let's check. I just use this dot close, which is used to close the window. I hope my video is enough. Thank you.